Hi Libra, I hope you're doing great today. Welcome to your Deep Love Read for September. We're going to get right into it. We're going to start with a yes/no question, okay? Guys, remember throughout this reading, this is a general reading, okay? This is not a personal reading, it's a general reading. So you want to take what resonates throughout the rest. Try not to make it fit. And the best way to get the fullest message is to check your rising sign, moon sign, and Venus sign in addition to your sun sign as well. Okay, so for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I'm going to be doing a yes/no spread. So I want you to formulate a question having to do with relationship, either a relationship that you're in, a relationship that you want to be in, one that is maybe over, or you're in a weird space, however it might roll out for you. So you want to think of a question, the same question, you want to ask it best out loud, or at least to yourself in full sentence format, the same question all 3 times. Same question all 3 times, okay? So I'm going to be pulling 3 cards that are going to give us an answer. So the answer is going to be either be a yes, no, most likely, but not yet, or a yes, but you're going to have to work hard for it, okay? Those are the options here. So try to relax your belly, relax your shoulders. Nice deep breaths into the belly, filling the belly up with air, relaxing the shoulders, nice deep breath in, exhale, and focus on the cards. Messages for Libras. Messages for Libras. Okay, we're going to pull 3 cards. I don't acknowledge reversals when I do the yes/no readings. Okay, Libra, let's go with card number 1. Temperance. That's a yes card. Card number 2. King of Swords. That is a second yes card. Card number 3. Page of Wands. It's a third yes card. We have 3 yeses for whatever your question is, Libra. Okay, so let's pull some qualifiers so we can get a story of what's happening here. 3 nice cards. 3 nice cards. Temperance is all about what do you need? What do they need? What does the relationship need? It's about tempering a situation. It's about working together to work towards something. It's about fairness. But it's about the decision to do something in a fair way. There needs to be a decision to do it. Many of you, maybe yourselves, are dealing with somebody who needs to make a decision regarding some sort of family situation as well. Often comes up with this. So let's break that down first with the qualifiers of the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Okay, for the card of Temperance. Again, Temperance is really about cooperation and recognizing what everybody needs in a situation. So we have the King of Pentacles, which is an Aries and Taurus card. So this is about a new path, a new perspective. It could have to do with money, or a new path and a new perspective having to do with mental, physical, or emotional connection, as that is what the King of Pentacles is. It's about being in charge of these things. It's about understanding what's necessary in these avenues. It's not feeling like you're floundering or lost anymore, right? And this is very necessary in order for temperance to happen. So if finances are an issue, Libra, this is something that needs to be addressed. If connection is an issue, meaning, you know, what's the communication like? What's your intimacy like? Do you guys spend enough time together? Doing, you know, valuable time together is probably the better way of saying it, right? And then we have the Queen of Cups. So we want these 2 energies happening at the same time. So the Queen of Cups is a Gemini and Cancer energy. Gemini is all about communication, right? And learning. It's learning and communication, right? And then we have its Gemini and Cancer is the 4th house energy of home, roots, family, love, mother, Luna, feelings, right? Because the moon rules our emotions. So it's really having the conversation about what you each need emotionally and how you guys can bring that to each other, bring it to yourselves, and then bring it to each other as well within the relationship. It's a very, very healthy energy that's necessary for a healthy relationship. So we have 2 lovely, we love to get a king and queen together. Really nice for temperance to happen. So if you're in a weird space, this is a recommendation here, right? If you guys are not together, was this an issue? Something to consider. Now, for those of you who are single, you may be in a space where you need to temper your perspective on being single and, really getting in touch with why you are. Because a lot of times we end up blocking ourselves. We don't even realize it, right? So you want to be able to temper this idea of being single versus being partnered. What do you need to maybe release? What do you maybe need to adopt and adapt to in order to be, open to a relationship? Not always easy, right? Particularly if you're still nursing some pain from the past, but really getting in charge of what's necessary. So some of you might not be feeling really confident to get involved in a relationship because of money. So maybe you feel like you need to get ahead of your money, or ahead of whatever vulnerabilities or insecurities you might be dealing with within yourself, whether it's from a current situation or a past situation, in order to feel whole enough to be able to share yourself. So that may be something on a subconscious level, or maybe not so subconscious, that you might be dealing with. And we have the King of Swords energy. I like this energy because it's very mental. It's not allowing your emotions to wash over you, and it's staying grounded. And I like that for you guys. You guys, we like the sword energy for you guys because, you guys are air, so this is good. Really staying focused on, what are you guys? You guys are the scales, right? You guys are that 7th house of partnership. You guys are ruled by Venus, so it's about getting in touch with how well do I feel valued in this connection? Do I feel loved? Do I feel like things are equitable? Getting in touch with that and not allowing, the thing is with the King of Swords, what's so great is, it's not that he's unfeeling at all. It's that he's open to ideas and communication about how to problem solve things and to not allow his emotions to wash over him and sort of, trump the ideas based in reality that need to be addressed within a situation. It's staying very firmly grounded in reality, which is very necessary here. I'm thinking here because we get the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Yeah. So the Queen of Pentacles is the Sagittarius and Capricorn energy. So we get the King of Pentacles, we get the Queen of Pentacles here in this reading. Really good. Sagittarius and Capricorn is the Queen of Pentacles energy. Sagittarius is all about moving forward with luck and intention and integrity. It's ruled by Jupiter. It's about luck and expansion, having to do with anything pentacle related. And in relationship reads, it can mean money and resources, but it can also mean mental, physical, and emotional connection. And having what's necessary in order to move forward in a very healthy way, being able to put the work in, right? Remember, Capricorn is all about work. It's the sign of work. It's the landlord of the 10th house. And it's what do we need to do? What do we need to put in alignment to make this relationship be the best that it could be, right? Because remember, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is about organization and structure and limits and always for our highest good. So if things have been like a little wonky, where maybe not everybody's showing up the way they're supposed to show up, or there's some sort of imbalance at play, the Queen of Pentacles wants you to come in and figure out where it is that, who needs to put in what work. You may be in a space where you're like really ready, willing, and able to do the work, but you have to make sure that your partner is in that same space with you, right? But I feel like they are, because we have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is all about ideas coming in. Look, all the light bulbs popping off, right? That's, if you could see in this card. She's holding all of these light bulbs, which represent ideas and epiphanies and communication and ways of relating. But it's a page. Page indicates a new cycle. So it's these new ideas, you guys are entering into a new cycle that's going to bring a lot of ideas in as far as working on communication and as far as working on what's necessary to sort of equal the scales here. But what I really like, again, going back to the King of Swords, is the fact that it's going to be very based in the 3D, based in reality, and in not allowing emotions to run the show. Not that emotions aren't going to be there, but they're just not going to be running the show. And then we have the Page of Wands, really beautiful. Another page energy indicating a new, very motivated, very passionate, very exciting cycle. Really exciting. Now, this could indicate, honestly, like a revival to your sex life. For those of you who are single, this could definitely indicate meeting somebody new who you're really, really attracted to. And just to go back for a quick moment, having to do with singles, I'm sorry I didn't address this for singles. The King of Swords here for you single Libras is absolutely getting in touch with keeping it real. What do I want in my life? King of Swords is saying, you know what? Yeah, obviously I want love, but I need somebody who can show up, who can bring money to the table with me, who can communicate with me, who's capable of understanding what I need. And what I like about this is the way you're able to formulate these things is you're getting more in touch with what it is that you want and what it is that you need more than ever before. It's more than ever before. You're not going to allow your heart and your emotions to wash over everything. Rather, keep it on the side for a moment and be very practical about what you understand is necessary within a relationship to go the long term, which is really good. So I just feel like for those of you who are single, as soon as you establish that in yourself, you're going to be meeting somebody who you're really, really attracted to. And then we have the Strength in the Four of Swords energy. So the Four of Swords, I like this for you, particularly if you've been in any sort of past situations, because this is you taking a moment, not rushing into anything, even though you might want to with that Page of Wands, but recognizing past lessons, things that you've gone through in the past, remembering the challenges that you've had in various situations and making the decision to leave them in the past so that you can move into the future in a really beautiful way, because this is a Jupiter and Libra energy, right? So Jupiter in you, right? Jupiter expands whatever it's in. And what are you guys? You guys, your glyph is the scales. It's about what's fair, ruled by Venus, what you value, how well you feel valued, how well you feel loved, how your ability to love. How important is money in this situation and resources, and really getting in touch with all of this. So you're not jumping into anything, but you're taking a second. For those of you who are single, and you're going to be doing it scared, right? Because strength is about really, it's Leo energy. Leo is the landlord of the fifth house. The fifth house of fun rules romance. It rules boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, or that level anyway. Not marital level, right? Marital level is more that seventh house relationship, right? But this also has to do with how we connect with our partner on a Monday through Sunday basis, how creative we allow ourselves to be, how much fun we allow ourselves to have. But it's about being brave as well. And it's about really honoring the healthy aspects of our ego and making sure that we get into something that makes us feel good, even if we're a little scared. So I do like that, you're not jumping into anything and you're really honoring yourself. I think this is so healthy for those of you who are single. For those of you in relationship, still getting in touch with what it is, these ideas popping as a new way of connecting, a new way of relating. This tells me, this Page of Wands indicates to me that you're going to have like a revival in your sex life. You're going to be seeing each other with fresh eyes and a new perspective, and really feeling very passionate about moving forward together, making the conscious decision together in this Four of Swords energy to leave the nonsense in the past, to really work at things in a very pragmatic way, Now, the only thing is, for those of you who are coupled with the Strength card, it does indicate to me that somebody may need their ego stroked. Now, that sounds negative, but it's not. Somebody may be feeling extra vulnerable, insecure, hurt, still nursing something that needs addressing. Somebody may need to feel special, a little extra special, Do you know what I'm saying? So that's not a bad thing, and you want to make sure that that's addressed, and you want to make sure also, for those of you who are coupled, that if there is an issue that needs communicating, that it gets communicated with, and that you don't get too caught up in the passion instead of addressing the elephant in the room. You know what I mean? You want to make sure of that, because that's always the potential whenever we get the Strength energy, especially if we get it with the Page of Wands, right? Because there's a lot of passion involved in that with the Page of Wands. It's very much it's a phallic. It's one of the phallic energies, so phallic symbol energies. So there's sex on the mind here, right? So you want to just make sure again that, while you guys are talking about, okay, we need to leave that in the past, we need to love each other, we need to focus on this, that, make sure that you're having those important conversations. So really good. Very healthy, I would say, Libra, for sure. All right, so let's pull the next spread. See what more specific messages we can get. So let's pull some Lenormand, and then we're going to pull a past, present, challenge, and final outcome card, and then we'll pull some oracles, okay? All right, so let's pull some Lenormand, see what's happening, messages we can get from Lenormand. So we have the Labyrinth energy. Yeah, I mean, listen, Labyrinth is a very healthy energy to get for a relationship, because it's understanding that a healthy relationship, you don't start at the start line and just go straight, right? There are twists and turns, and sometimes there are things that we need to try that don't work. And then we try other things that don't work, and then we try other things that don't work until we find something that does work for us. So for those of you who are single, that's a pretty straightforward message, right? You might have to, kiss a couple of frogs before finding the right one, right now. Okay, and then we have the birch broom. So this is about needing to put your ducks in a row. This can certainly be an argument that's happening. Absolutely an argument. But let's pull the rest of the cards. We have the compass, which lets figure out what your true north is. Your true north is love. So this is a very... this is a very straightforward message. All right, you got to look at the truth. So the truth is going to be coming in. Can I pull one more, please? Yeah, beautiful. All right, getting a message from the other side. I like it. So again, going back to the Labyrinth energy, Labyrinth is about needing to try different things. So for those of you who are single, certainly trying different dating, reaching out to different people, being very... cautious about the energies that you allow yourself to get involved in. You might find that for those of you who are single, it's totally single, you may be having some sort of self-argument, right, with yourself, where you're really trying to reason out. You might be really attracted to somebody, but they may not have a job, or you may be really attracted to somebody and they are really, as it turns out, not very good in communication. Right? So it's about figuring out what boxes are mandatory for you to check off, but you're going to be having this internal struggle, but you're going to be putting your ducks in a row nonetheless, because this is all about putting your ducks in a row and realizing that whatever it is that you're arguing with yourself about is for your highest good, because your true north really is about being happy. Your true north really is ultimately about being honest with yourself, finding happiness, finding love, loving yourself, opening up to somebody else. And these are beautiful blessings coming in, because when we have the lilies, this is a beautiful message coming in of advice from either a long-term relationship, like a long-term friend, a family member, an elder, really more of an elder. It often shows up, very often shows up though, as somebody who's crossed over to the other side, who loves us very much and is sending us very strong energetic messages. So if you feel it in your belly and you feel it in your back, it's a message from the other side. So that is for those of you who are single. For those of you in relationship, understand that there's going to be if you're in a weird space, there are going to be a lot of necessary arguments that are going to, are happening because things need to be unknotted, right? In the Labyrinth energy, it's like talking about this, trying this, and then realizing, it's very easy to say, let's leave the past in the past, but sometimes it's a lot more challenging in reality, right? So this could be, these attempts at trying to put things in the past, whatever. But it's not so easy. So falling down, getting up, trying again, trying something else, trying various forms of communication, trying various forms of connection. If you're trying to rekindle your relationship, you may be trying different things like, day trips, places, carpet picnics, right? Most of us are still kind of limited as to where we can go. Just trying different strategies and trying to bring that back, because your true north is this relationship. But the thing is, it's being realized over time, because we have the letter, and the letter indicates like a message coming in slowly, but that message that's coming in slowly, the white feather indicates the truth. So make sure that whatever you're speaking right now within the relationship, Libra, comes from your heart and it's truthful, because you don't want to generate any negative karma here. So make sure you're being authentic. You can't control if your partner's being authentic, obviously, but you want to really look for the truth. And if you feel like your partner's not being honest with you 100%, I feel like you're going to be getting messages, and your intuition is going to be telling you this, because you're going to be getting help either from the other side or from somebody who cares about you very much, even in your life right now. So it could even be, lilies could often be even like your long-term friend, you know, who you trust implicitly. It could be a therapist that you've been going to for a really, really long time. But there's age right here. Meaning there's time. There's time in. Somebody who really knows you. So let's pull a past, present, challenge, outcome energy. Past, Eight of Cups. Okay. So listen, I mean, at least in your mind, it's a minor arcana, so at least in your mind, if not in reality, there was a walking away here, Eight of Cups, realizing that this is a Saturn and Pisces energy. Pisces would rule the dream that we have about relationship, and Saturn is just like about structure and restriction and no, and too many challenges. It became too heavy and toxic, and there was a decision to walk away. Either you walked away or they did. General message. The energies can always be flip-flopped. But there was this recognition that something was not healthy for somebody, and there was a really overwhelming feeling of needing to walk away. Now, a lot of the times we can't walk away in reality, right? So we can walk away mentally, right? And understand that we need to disconnect from it. And in a way where there's sadness, but there's not even regret, because what I get here is this feeling of, I did the best I could. So I feel really sad, but I know that this is the right kind of thing to do. Now, for many of you, this can be where you literally have kind of checked out already, but you want to make sure, or whoever this Eight of Cups is, if you were dealing with somebody maybe who left you, Libra, hopefully they left you with some grace and dignity in a kind way, because otherwise the Eight of Cups generates some really nasty karma if it's done in an irresponsible or hurtful way, right? Like a ghosting, like suddenly you just never hear from the person anymore. And I don't mean to say like, if you guys left somebody and somebody was a narcissist or somebody was really damaging to you, then yeah, I mean, just like drop off the face of the earth for that. I mean, and you know the difference between the two, I would imagine. But there was a leaving there. Sex right now, currently, there's, Five of Pentacles, when it comes to relationships, it's almost like, I call it like a psychological death, like a bereavement energy, where there's a trying to work through and work out these emotions of not being with that connection anymore, feeling the fallout of it. Now, for many of you, you could be feeling the financial fallout, where when you have a joint life and you're not together anymore, where you don't have those shared resources anymore, it does impact your quality of life as far as finances, right? So some of you may be only dealing with it on that way. Some of you may be dealing with it emotionally. Some of you may be dealing with it in both of those ways. But either way, Five of Pentacles does indicate not feeling like your voice is heard, not feeling like you matter, that you're connected, right? Because again, it's mental, emotional, and physical connection. That's where I see you at right now. The challenge here is the devil. So Libra, I feel like you're dealing with an energy that really has some sort of imbalance issue. So this could absolutely be addiction. They drink too much, they party too much, they spend too much money, addicted to sex, addicted to food, or some sort of eating disorder, too egocentric, lust, greed, fear of abandonment, fear of commitment, anxiety, depression, unchecked, untreated, PTSD, unchecked, untreated. Anything that you could think of, and you guys could do this better than any other sign. Think of the scales. Is it really imbalanced? What is weighing down? What issue? Because really, that's all addiction is, right? It's doing something too much to the point of creating an imbalance. I always say that. There's nothing wrong with having a drink or two. There's nothing wrong with spending money. There's nothing wrong with these things. But it's when it's done to an imbalanced point where it's affecting the relationship. That's always the key question. Is whatever is going on impacting the relationship in any way? And if it is, that is the issue here. That's the challenge that I do see going on with this relationship, but the outcome is the Ten of Pentacles. So I do see whatever the imbalance is, it's somehow being worked out. And obviously it's going to be different for each of you because this is a general reading, but we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is one of the marriage cards, first of all. So this can represent marriages, could represent asking somebody for their hand in marriage, either you asking somebody, them asking you. There is this idea of either a house, investment, a business, some sort of something that you guys getting into together, where your families may be getting involved, where your families may be helping you out to make that happen. Ten of Pentacles is a very family energy. It's a deepening of commitment and connection between you guys, yes. It does indicate emotional, mental, and physical connection going really, really well. But it also does indicate money ending up being okay, if not better than okay. And also it does indicate the involvement of family here somehow. The somehow involvement of family. So the family could be involved in the devil energy as well, because that I see a lot too, where maybe somebody's allegiance is really more to their family and friends rather than to the relationship. That's an imbalance that is really very hurtful to the other person in the relationship, and that being worked out. But whatever it is, I see being worked out here. So not feeling right now, as of this reading, you guys are in the Five of Pentacles, dealing with imbalance and their separation, but I do see it ending up it working out. So some sort of message is going to be coming in. It's going to incite. The arguments have to happen. The arguments big deal. Arguments aren't the end of the world. It's not having resolution that's the issue. It's not the arguing. It's not having the resolution. We're dealing with somebody who thinks that arguing is like horrible. I mean, nobody wants to argue, but sometimes it's necessary, right? All right, so let's pull some oracles. Let's see what we get. What messages have to be considered for Libra from the oracles? You are the most amazing person I have ever met, and I have met many people. Nice. I'm scared. I don't know how to talk to you, but I miss you. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm scared. I don't know how to talk to you, but I miss you. Yeah, I mean, listen, if there's imbalance in the situation, that's not uncommon. Hand of Cards, taking a chance, risk, being strategic, options, taking a risk. Hand of Cards. Addiction, yeah, get the devil energy here. Codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block. Restraint. I mean, the block is always, right, with the devil energy, it's always wherever the imbalance is. If we have the imbalance or they have the imbalance, it doesn't matter. Those are never things that we are first of all able to fully see or really want to see, you know, or really that's the tricky energy. And that's why going back to that first spread with the yes, no, with the Page of Wands and the Strength energy. Again, you want to make sure that you talk about this devil energy and don't end up, you know, having sex instead of having the conversation. Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. What do we not like about this? I like all of it. Very nice. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah. Just take a minute. Take a minute. Go on a day trip somewhere. Like go hiking or something. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Yeah, good. Nice. Love yourself first. Beautiful. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Absolutely. Very nice. I like it. All right, let's just pull an astro card to see what you need to tap into inside yourself, inside your energies to help you through the month of September when it comes to relationships. Our Libra friends. What part of them do they need to tap into this month from the astro cards? Oops, 7th house. Look at that. You got yourself. You're the landlord. This is your house. Relating. You guys need to relate. Yeah. Partners, companionship, best friends, marriage, relationships, opposition. You know why it's opposition? Because the 7th house opposes the 1st house of self. Think about that. It's what you know to be your personality, what you want, how you're meeting the world, what you need, want, and desire, and your partner. So it's opposition and it's working through that. Equilibrium, sharing, commitment, justice, balance, social awareness. It's just being aware of like what's necessary in the relationship. Yeah. Okay, my friends, I think this is a really beautiful reading for you. If it didn't resonate with you guys, hopefully we'll get you next time. I'm sorry about that. We can't get everybody each time, right? That's the way it goes. So see you guys probably within the next few days to do the second week of September reads. There I'll be working in the astrology, career, money, other situations, right? But for now, talking about love, it looks like it's going to be going in a good direction. Maybe it's not there right now. It doesn't seem like it is, but it will be getting there by the rest of the month. Remember, Jupiter goes direct on the 12th, and that's where we get our Jupiter blessings. So hopefully this will work out in a positive way for you. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.